Good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. I am not a good singer, so I will stop singing now. Welcome to another Saturday. Yeah, Saturday Night Live. Yeah. I am Mr. Charles. I will be your captain. This is your captain speaking. And today we are going through shopping online. Shopping online. What I'm trying to do tonight is I'm trying to go through a little bit of what online shopping is, how it's do it, and how it works in the Caribbean. Most of the time because well, you know, you might hear things about Black Friday sale, you might hear things about online sales, you may hear things about Amazon.com and shipping and Skybox and all those things. So we're going to try to demystify those things and as we continue. Okay, I planned that totally. I know what I'm doing now, professional. Right, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to try to demystify those things and make it easy for us to understand. Because on this channel, we make it simple. We make IT, information technology, simple. Oh, I feel I'll start up every video like that. We make it simple. I miss it. We make it simple. Oh, I think I just discovered something new there. Anyhow, that's enough of me rambling, giving people a chance to come in live. Let me say hi to all those of you that are here early. I must always big up my mods because my mods are very important and cool people. Well, students, past online students. So tonight, modding, I have Ren, have Spanish, and Jared. They're all on the inside, and they will be, they'll be letting you know all the ins and outs, answering questions, telling you to like the video. If you haven't clicked the like button, you just click that. It looks something like this, something like that. All right, good night to people on the inside. I'm seeing Christopher is here. Christopher don't even need to see this. He knows all about this already, but he probably just want to see, you know, how much people don't know. Liana Williams. I'm seeing Carol Bish, Miss Douglas, Listra, Budu Sitahal, and Brian Ramprasad. Seeing all y'all here. Right, so remember to share the link. Share. You can share it. Ariana Williams, I see you there too. The first 5 minutes of most of my lives are basically just sharing time. Right now. Alright, so take the link, share it with your friends, folks, families in different parts of the WhatsApp world. You could just copy that link, paste it, and watch it grow. Watch it grow, watch it grow, watch it grow. Nice. All right, folks, so let's get down to business. We're talking about online shopping and we're talking about shopping online from specifically buying stuff from North America. It may not just be Amazon.com, but using Amazon as the best example. So let's start with the concept of our online store first. So the concept of our online store is normally, I have some little illustrations and stuff, right? Okay, so heading to the whiteboard. Whiteboard. All right, so normally when you go to a store that has a roof, you call this a brick and mortar store. Why do they call it brick and mortar? Is because they actually use bricks and mortar and cement to build it. And a brick and mortar store will have three parts to it. They will have the customer area. There will be the workers area. And then there will be the storage area. Right? So, customer comes in, they interact with the workers get things from storage, they bring it back, the customer gets the item, and the customer goes outside. Ding, ding, ding. No problem, right? Now, when that happens, that's cool. The problem with a brick and mortar store is that you have to pay. You have to, like, go there, and you also have to pay rent as the owner. And that causes an issue. An online store, however, has no actual place. An online store looks like this, which is a website. So an online store has the components for the customer, which is a website. Question is, where are the workers and where is the storage? Well, the website literally links to a big place called a server, which I will put in blue. A server is just like a big computer. Website links to a server. The server is kind of like the worker. Kinda. They are still workers, right? But the server does a lot of the work because you choose what you want to get from the server, from the website via the server. And then the server links to this place called the actual physical building. And the physical building is called a warehouse. So somebody goes on the website, they click on an item that they want. The item is now checked in the server to be like, hey, are you there? And then the server will now check the warehouse to see, okay, do we have any in stock? And the warehouse will be like, yes, we have 10 more of these in stock. So then what will happen now is that the warehouse will now say, oh, we do have it in stock. Tell the user that we do have it in stock. The user will get it back and the user will get a yes. And when the user pays money, they will put it in something called a cart, a virtual cart. And then it will tell the worker, okay, cool, take it from the cart, take it from the warehouse, and ship it to the human. So basically what happens is that you interact with a website, the website has a server, the server checks to see if things are available. If it's available, it will ask the warehouse to ship it to you, and then the warehouse will ship it to you. And you get your item, and you are very happy. Cokie eye and happy. Those eyes are really red to be happy. Let's just put happy. Right, good. So that's what happens with online shopping, right? Normally, all of that happens in one place called a brick and mortar store, and you run in there and you run into there and get it, right? But we have an issue. You have to actually go there and you have to pay rent. Now, what happens if the store that you want to go to, the brick and mortar store, is too far away? Ta-da! You go to an online store and you buy it. So our most famous online shopping store in the most famous online shopping store in the world is Amazon.com. So you go to Amazon.com, and they will show you all the different things that you can buy, things that you don't have, yada yada yada, thing, and you see all sorts of stuff. You can't actually touch this stuff. You don't know that it exists. Well, you don't know that it exists. You just have nice pictures because they take really, really good pictures of it to make it look, very desirable. And you click on it, and then you add it to your cart, and your cart is usually on the top right-hand side here. You'll see cart. And in that cart, well, basically you could buy anything and it will come. The problem is this system works well in USA, the United States of America, or the UK, United Kingdom, or somewhere else because they could ship within their country. Shipping within their country is easy because you just have to ship it there. But what about us in the Caribbean? Well, in the Caribbean, we do have online shopping sites, which I will show you at the end of this video. I'm going to show you some of the local ones, and just so that there is no intrinsic bias, I'm going to let you know that it's there, and it's your choice if you want to use them or not. But a lot of people use Amazon, and Black Friday is coming up, so I'm going to explain how something gets from the United States to Trinidad. So let's say you buy something in the United States on Amazon.com. And Amazon has the item in a warehouse in New York. So this is your laptop. How is the laptop going to reach down to Trinidad? Right. For the laptop to reach down to Trinidad, we need to do something important. We need to get it to Trinidad by a plane. But there is no to get the laptop directly from here down to there. You could take one direct flight. But that one direct flight will lead you to have to go through somebody called customs. Customs now will ask you all the questions. Where? How? Why? How much? And they will also try to tax you. Why does taxation take place? Well, because to bring anything into our country, the government has to vet it, and usually there are some sort of taxes on imports and tariffs and a whole lot of political jargon and trade laws and whatnot that cause things to cost more money to bring in than others, right? All sorts of policies and issues and whatnot, right? So how do we deal with that? You can do this on your own if you want, and you could bring in as much things as you want, and then bring it straight to the country. In the olden days, we used to call this a barrel, right? If you know about a barrel, you know your auntie living in the States, your auntie will get all the stuff, put it in a barrel, and then ship the barrel down, and then somebody will go to the port and clear the barrel, and when they clear the barrel, you'll get all the stuff that came from foreign and has that nice smell of, ooh, you get that from foreign, yeah, right? So many people in Trinidad would have experienced the barrel concept, especially older people. They would know your auntie sent a barrel, your uncle sent a barrel, your mother went away and she sent down a barrel of stuff. Somebody will have to go on the port and they will have to go and get the stuff. But now there is this new thing called a skybox. What is a skybox? Well, a skybox is basically you creating an account with a company that does the shipping part for you. So they handle all the customs drama, they handle all the tax drama, they answer all the questions about where, how, why, and they pay the money. And then you in turn pay them money for getting the stuff, the thing that is necessary. Okay. So now, what happens is that there's a company called a Skybox. So I'm going to put the Skybox in purple. Usually the Skybox company is in Miami, like here. Miami is the closest place to Trinidad from the America side, right? So the Skybox will most likely find it easier to set up in Miami. Right. So the Skybox will set up in Miami and they will have like, you know, a company that's there. They will have a what will they have where? They'll have like a warehouse or something like that, right? So you order the laptop from Amazon. The laptop from Amazon could come from New York, it could come from here, it could come from California, it could come from where there, it could come from here, it could come from wherever. Doesn't matter where it comes from. When you pay for the Skybox company is going to give you a MIA address. MIA stands for Miami, right? So when you get that Miami address, when you go online on Amazon, you don't put in your actual address in Trinidad because your actual address in Trinidad will cause them to try to send it directly to Trinidad and you have to go through the customs drama. You don't want to go through the customs drama. You want to actually let somebody go through the customs drama on your behalf. That's why you're paying them. So you tell Amazon, or you tell eBay, or you tell Walmart, or you tell whoever accepting your credit card, because that's a next story I'll tell you about, who accepts your credit card or who doesn't accept your credit card. And they will now accept any delivery that you make from the US, any delivery that you make. So you buy something, they'll say, cool, 2 days shipping. Right, the 2 days shipping means it takes 2 days to get to Miami. Once it gets to Miami, now your Skybox company is going to take it from Miami and send it on a plane, most likely Caribbean Airlines, and it's going to come down to your country. In this case, I'm dealing with Trinidad, but they could also deliver to Jamaica, they could also deliver to any island. Once the Skybox company is set up in Miami, they will now try to send it to wherever. So they'll send it to Trinidad. When it reaches to Trinidad now, they will deal with customs, they will pay the taxes, they will answer questions about where what, they will flag items, they will say why, and they will pay the money that is necessary for it. All you have to do with your Skybox is pay them money. And then you could collect. COLLECT. Collect your package. So let's break it down into a easy, simple 1, 2, 3 step diagram. Step 1. Buy on Amazon. Step 2. I was supposed to circle that one. Step 2. You deliver to Skybox. Step 3. Skybox ships to Trinidad. And step 4. You collect. You pay and collect. So let's see how long these things take. On average, it will take you 2 minutes in online shopping to click something, add it to your cart, and then buy, right? So this will take 2 to 5 minutes, right? By the time you finish, choose your color and all that kind of stuff, and whatever you do that, right? Good. And then for them to deliver to your Skybox, it's going to, this is delivering to Skybox. This is from US to US, right? Delivering within US. That will take 2 to 5 days, right? If you have Amazon Prime, it's going to take 2 days. If you do have Amazon Prime, they'll send it in 2 to 5 days, and you'll get it eventually. It'll reach your place. Then to ship from the Skybox to Miami, and after they ship it to Trinidad and they clear it and whatnot, it usually takes about 2 days for that to happen. 1 day for the plane to actually leave Miami and get down to Trinidad, and then 1 day for them to go on the in the airport and clear it and handle all the customs and the numbers and all that kind of thing. And then for you to pay and collect usually takes, I don't know, 1 day, whatever day you're collecting, right? Oh, and they could also deliver, collect/deliver. Because some Skyboxes will deliver, some of them tell you have to come in. So the whole process of you getting an item could take about About 10 days in total, right? Maximum 10 days. Sometimes it'll take less than 10 days, depending on how it is go, how it will go. So I say average, you shopping to buy something takes 10 days. And that's how it works in Trinidad. Tobago, of course, well, you could add an extra day because they have to ship it to Tobago and you get, right? So when we shop online, we are basically going through step one: buy it on Amazon, deliver to the skybox, ship to Trinidad and whatnot. So this process will happen on the map here. The package actually doesn't come directly to Trinidad. The package kind of jumps. So the package will start here, jump to Miami, and then jump to Trinidad. And that's the process. A lot of people have problems with step one. So let's break out step one and see what are the issues with step one. Oh, sorry, before I go on, any questions? Before I jump into each one of the steps to try to clear things up. Just now, just get any chat up. All right, yeah, so let's get your questions so far. Anybody has questions about the steps? Those are the 4 steps that take place. No questions. Doesn't seem like there is a question. No questions. If anyone knows when the PS5 is going to be in stock, ha! You will find the PS5 on eBay for twice the price because the scalpers have bought out all and they are selling them at ridiculously high prices. So, yeah, you better. Last time I checked, they sold out and scalpers have them. Yeah, that's a lot. When does the carrier service come in? All right, I'll show you when the carrier service comes in. Comes in when the Skybox has to ship it to Trinidad. That comes in just now. So that should answer your question. Who else? Let's see. All right, so those 2 questions were pretty simple. All right, so let's go back now and let's go to step 1, which is buy on Amazon. Okay, so buy on Amazon or buy online. Buying online has some little issues that you have to deal with. The issues you have to deal with when you're buying online, there are good things, and there are, I should put good in green. Good should go in green, yeah. No, I'll just put the issues. Oh yeah, I'll just put issues. So the issues that could arise. Issues that could arrive. Usually, first major issue is a credit card. Having a credit card is not something that should be taken for granted because not everybody has a credit card. Not everybody is going to get a credit card, and the credit cards will be like Visa or MasterCard. Because, well, a credit card is a valuable tool, but it's also one of the greatest financial traps that was ever created. Like, a credit card has the worst interest rates ever or penalties that you'll ever see on any type of account. It's worse than the Trinidad Susus. Like, it's bad. Because people think you could just use the money because it's there. But really and truly, a credit card is borrowed money on a piece of plastic. So when you use that borrowed money, it will cause an issue if you don't pay it back within within 30 days. And that interest rate will kill you. And you will end up in credit card debt. And a lot of people just end up in credit card debt because they think a credit card will solve their problems. But really and truly, you don't get your problem solved. You just spend more money and end up having to pay back money that you actually don't have. So, it's our problem, right? So, the credit card, right? I've seen some questions there. I will answer those questions just now. Right, so to get a credit card, you have to go to the bank and get a Visa card or MasterCard. Okay, cool. Once you get a credit card, the next issue that you have to worry about is credit card fraud. Where they will steal your card number. So every credit card has a 16 digit number and then a 3-digit code on the other side. In order to buy something online, you need to have that credit card information and put it into the website. Now, putting it into the website is usually easy once the website is a reputable website. But if it's not a reputable website, then a hacker could easily steal the information from the website. So how do you know which sites are safe? Let's deal with that one time. When you go on a site, especially with with Chrome or any new browser, you'll see that there's a little lock on the top right hand side. So I'm going to take a little screenshot of it and you will see it very clearly. So this is how you know when the site is safe. Watch very, very closely. You see the top right hand side there? There's this little lock. This lock here tells you that that site uses HTTPS, or a secure way of transferring information from one place to another on the website. If you have that on, if that lock is on, then it's extremely hard for them to steal your information. It is not impossible, because I've done some videos before showing how you could steal information from a website when you send it, right? Probably Jarvis or Jared or one of them will find the link and put it in the chat for you all to see, right? Because I've demonstrated how you could steal information from one website to another already, right? But it's not impossible, but it's just really, really hard once it has that lock. Of course I did it for educational purposes because I don't know how to hack people's passwords. Why would I ever know that? Come on, right? So if you have that lock there, I will show you that it's locked. If you don't have the lock, it will usually say not secure. So let me see if I could find a site that is not secure. Wow. I'm really not too sure. I can't find a not secure site, you know. Most sites are secure. Nope, that's a padlock. Yeah. Okay, I think one of them school sites might be not secure. I think I went to one of these sites the other day and I didn't say it's secure. Right, good. Yeah, this is an example. Excuse the example. Now they're trying to prove that the site is bad. Alright, so look at this one. This is a website of a school in Trinidad, or a website of a school somewhere. Watch carefully. I see that it says not secure there. Let's just scratch off this part here. Nobody needs to see that. Right? You see nothing that's saying not secure? That means that if this site Gate site not secure. All right, let me try. I'm gonna try that. Trinidad gate. Gate. All right, cool. Better example. Okay, so I'll take out this one. Right, so when you're on an unsecure site, you will see this, not secure. Anytime you see not secure, it means you can go on the site and you could browse information. Oh look, Jared and Ren just put the videos with the that I did to show you to demonstrate how hacking is done, right? So for any time you see not secure, that means do not under any circumstance put any information into that site. Because if you put information to that site, people could easily just grab the information while it's passing through the internet. So when you press enter and you think that you're submitting the form and you're submitting all the information, you could easily just pull the information down, right? Those videos that they posted there in the chat, you could go and watch it after, and you will see that it's not that hard to do. If I could do it, it's not that hard to do. Okay, it may be a little hard to do, but if I could do it and demonstrate it fairly easily, that means somebody who's determined enough could figure it out, right? So when you see not secure on a site, you don't go on it. I mean, you could go on it, just don't put your credit card information in because it could be stolen, which has happened to me already because I don't know, I was just being a little promiscuous on the internet. I was like, yeah, well, if I don't put my credit card information inside here, within 1 day, my card was compromised and the bank called me, right? Which I'll get to just now, right? So we're still on step one. Step one is buying on Amazon, right? So our issue that we're looking at is credit card fraud, right? The next thing is buying things on Amazon is choice / quality. What do you actually choose? How do I know it's good? Because you could look at a dress and it looks very, very nice on the website, but when you buy it, it has the material of a shower curtain. You don't really want to buy a site that does. You don't really want to buy something and then it doesn't meet your expectations. So let's see if I can find a quick example for you. Right, so this is a simple example of what happens when you buy stuff online. It looks really, really nice in the store, but actually, the actual thing that you get may be not looking like how you want it to look. So you tell yourself, all right, I'll go and buy some nice shoes, and then when you get the shoes, this is what you get. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. Doesn't really look out too well. Or you see a nice dress, and when you buy the dress, it looks like that. Or you see a kind of open, a nice golden Nike shoe, it looks like that. Not cool, not cool at all. So yeah, doesn't really work out too well. All right, so that's choice and quality, and that's the basic issues when it comes to ordering, right? So I'll answer more questions as we go along. All right, so now we're going on to step two. Step two, deliver to Skybox. What are the problems with this? Okay, so the problems that could happen when you deliver into your Skybox are far-ranging because they're internal issues that depend on the actual place that you're in. So let's see what issues we could have here. Issues with delivery. Issue 1, when you're ordering and they have to deliver it internally, is delivery delays. So you buy it, internal delays could happen because of snowstorms, floods, or riots. Because remember, America, lots of things could happen in America. Like, really, really bad things could happen in America. And you'll have like snowstorms, floods, and they will take long to deliver your thing. So something that was initially going to take 3 days could end up taking 7 days, and you have a delay. And you keep sitting down thinking to yourself, wow, they're taking really, really long to send my information, but send my stuff, but I don't know. Then the next issue that I could have is lost packages. Lost packages now, they usually happen when Amazon uses different companies. So sometimes they might use FedEx, sometimes they might use USPS, sometimes they might use UPS, and sometimes they might use LaserShip. And sometimes they might use actual Amazon shipping. All of them could lose your packages. This is very rare, but it's possible. And when they do lose your package, it will take a while for them to resolve that the package was lost, and then they will notify you on via email or something saying that the package was lost, and they'll most likely give you a refund. But you won't know very easily because sometimes if the package is taking so long to reach that you have to either email them and ask them what's going on with my package, and they will tell you, we will check on it, and then they will find out that it's lost, and it'll probably take you a few days to figure out, and then they will send it back. Then they will issue you a refund, right? So those are the issues that usually happen with the internal shipping. So delivering from US to US, meaning delivering from you to your skybox, is not a problem. Oh, there's another issue is Sunday deliveries or weekend deliveries. Because Amazon would think that they are delivering to actual US citizen, they don't really care if they deliver on a weekend. But because they delivering to a skybox, the skybox won't know that you're actually getting stuff on a weekend. So your skybox may not work on a weekend, may not accept on a weekend. So they might actually deliver the item on Saturday, but they won't acknowledge it until Monday. So if they tell you 2 days shipping and you bought it on Thursday, then they will actually deliver it on Saturday or Sunday, but they won't acknowledge it until Monday. And I see somebody said China deliveries. I'm dealing with that separately. I'm trying to deal with the normal cases scenario here. China deliveries, that's when you're real wild with your online shopping. That's when you go on eBay and thing, where the air is rare. Alright, so oh yes, Christopher, yeah, sometimes items can't be delivered to the skybox address because they usually flag certain items. So I'll put in step 3 here, right? Thank you very much, Christopher. I almost forgot that. Alright, so let's go to the next stage, which is Skybox ships to Trinidad. Now, for the Skybox to ship it to Trinidad, the issues that could come up there are very, very wide-ranging. The number one issue with the Skybox shipping things to Trinidad is that it could be hazardous material. So when you buy things like chemicals, sometimes printer ink, sometimes weapons. Like sometimes if you try to ship a knife, like a kitchen knife, they won't ship it because it's considered a weapon. And guns and those things, you can't really order a gun online and then ship it. The Skybox will flag it one time and be like, yo, nope, that's hazardous material. We can't ship that. If we ship that, your country is going to think that or something or whatever. The plane won't accept it. Basically, this has to get to a plane. And the plane will tell you, no, we're not putting that on our plane. Right? You can't ship bombs and, I don't know, things that could explode. So usually hazardous materials. Usually when I ship printer ink, they flag it as hazardous material because I don't know, the ink is toxic or some kind of thing like that. And sometimes you have to pay extra money to ship certain types of things. So you might have to pay extra fees to make sure whatever they classify it under, you're probably going to have to pay attention to it. So they usually charge extra money for that. Not sure if you can buy colored knives. I don't know. I bought knives already. Yeah? I got the knives, but sometimes they will class it as hazardous material. The second one is the airport. When you try to ship this stuff on the to the airport, you will get the airport needs planes to be flying, like the plane schedule. So based on the plane schedule, you're going to now have to figure out when the planes are leaving. So sometimes planes leave Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, right now in COVID times, planes are leaving, as far as I know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They have a flight going to and from Miami, and that plane is being used as a cargo plane. But the plane schedule depends on the company that's flying, and the company that's flying will basically say, no, we're not bringing in any shipments today. Right? So that's what tries to happen when they're trying to get the Skybox to ship the item to Trinidad. They could either block it as hazardous material, or the airport issues will take long to send it, and it won't reach as fast as it should go, which is a issue. Right? And then to a lesser extent, repackaging. Repackaging will be for like fragile things like TVs, monitors, or basically anything with glass. Because they don't want to take the responsibility for breaking anything. So they'll ask you to either pay insurance or put it in a wooden case. A wooden case or bubble wrap. One of the two. So that's your fourth step. That's your third step issue. And then the fourth step now, which is you pay and collect and they deliver. Well, this is where things start to get sticky. Real dramas happen here. Because here, the biggest issue is the amount of taxes you have to pay. So let's talk about taxes a little bit. Taxes. Depending on the item that you bring into the country, you have to pay a certain amount of tax. So when you bring in luxury items, when you bring in pharmaceuticals, when you bring in anything, you have to pay taxes. Taxes are based on items. And this is where our government, especially Trinidadians, the Trinidad government is, or whichever country it is, will have to decide how much money in taxes you have to pay. So for example, before, only recently they dropped all the taxes on laptops, right? So laptops used to have to pay taxes. But let me give you an example. There are three sets of taxes that they usually ask you for. The first tax is duty. Duty could be like 10% all the way to 20%. This is the price on the US item. Then they charge you VAT. VAT is 12.5%. And then they charge you up. I can't remember what up stand for. It's basically using a Skybox. Anytime you buy something online, online purchase tax is what it stands for. Online purchase tax is 7.5%. And when you add up all these taxes, you realize that, okay, the maths may not be perfect. I'm not going into all the maths because some taxes are calculated on top of others and some taxes are calculated as additions. you could end up paying almost 45% more for the actual item that you purchase in America. So if I give you a very, very simple example, I give you something in the US is worth $100. In Trinidad, based on the 6.8, the 6.8, that's supposed to be 680 TT. However, what happens is they have to add 20% to that. Well, 20% of that, so you get 120. And then you're going to get 12.5% of the 120, which isn't actually going to be 12.5. Sorry, which would be plus 20. And then you're going to get 12.5% of the 120, which actually not going to be 12.5, so it'll end up being like something close to 13 or 14. So, our next $14. And then 7.5% of the total of that, which is probably going to be like 10 more, right? So you're actually going to end up paying 144 US fit. And that is not going to translate to $680. That's going to be 144 by 6.8. Which will be $979, right? So let's say, right. So basically what happens is your US price is going to be that, but your TT price is actually going to be this. And that's where the problem comes in, because the amount of tax you have to pay to get things in. So usually when you're buying something online, it's very, very safe, very, very, very safe for you to just multiply by 10. When you multiply by 10, you know that the price that you see online, when it ships and clears and all that kind of stuff, multiply by 10, and that's the price that you're gonna end up paying for it in TT. That's what I use all the time, and more often than not, it always falls within that bracket of multiply by 10 and you're safe. However, let's say in the case of laptops, the cost of the laptop, the duties on laptops have been removed, VAT has been removed, optional tax has been removed. So when you buy a laptop, you have to pay, you don't have any taxes to pay, so the actual $100 price will actually translate to 680 TT. But you need to pay the shipping charge. The actual shipping charge is the cost it takes to get from MIA, Miami, to Trinidad. Now, in order to get from Miami to Trinidad, they have to take this box and put it on a plane. When you take the box and put it on a plane, it takes up space. So allow me to draw a very lame plane for you. Yeah, right? Yeah. You know, allow me to draw a very lame plane for you. Right. So every time you buy something and they have to put it on a cargo plane, it takes up space. And then our next one will take up space, and next one will take up space, and next one will take up space, and next one will take up space. And they have to pack all these things together. But it doesn't just take up space, it actually has weight. So it actually weighs down the plane. So a plane can't take a certain amount of weight. So the issue is, how do they decide how to charge you? By the weight or by the size? Now this is where it gets a little technical. There are two ways that they charge you for the shipping charge, right? The shipping charge, you could either get charged by dimensions, or by weight. Whichever one is the highest, you will get charged for. So if you buy something that is 10 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet, That's 10 by 30, 3 trees and 9. That's 90 square feet. No, 10 by 3, 30, 3 trees, yeah, 90 square feet. You will get charged by, you will get charged for using up 90 square feet of the plain space, right? This will be space. However, let's say something is really, really small. Really, really small. Like, let's say it's 3 inches by 2 inches by 1 inch. But it's a big, big, big piece of metal. It actually taken up less than 1 square foot. But however, it's weighing 10 pounds. Like if you buy weights or something. They will not charge you for the square feet. They will actually charge you based on the weight. So whichever one you choose, they will say, okay, whichever one is greater, we will charge you for. Because that's how the charging goes. So let's say you're buying a laptop. You buy a laptop, the laptop costs 100 US, it's 680 TT. On average, based on all the laptops that I've bought, the shipping for the laptop comes up to like about 300 TT. So you take 680 and you put that, so your laptop that costs 100 US will end up costing you 980 TT. Because a laptop has a little bit of size. So because of the size, they will get charged by the weight. So usually when you're buying things that don't have any duties, you just multiply by 7 and you should be okay. 7 or 7.5 and you should be okay. But if there are things that have duties, you should multiply by 10. And that's the price that you're going to pay. All right. Now it's time for questions. Now you can ask all the questions that you need to ask while I leave all this here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I explained everything I need to explain there. All right, there's some more detailed things, but let's go questions first. Let's go with questions first. And of course, if you're interested in shopping online and you don't know what is a good deal, or like you struggle with step 1, but you have the credit card and you have all that stuff and you pay for the skybox and all those kind of things, but you're really not too sure what to buy, then I have a WhatsApp group that's specifically geared to helping people figure out what to buy. So that WhatsApp group will be in the description, but I'll also put a link to the WhatsApp group in the chat here. So all I do is just I look for online deals, and every time I see a deal, I share it to that group. I'll put in the group in the chat here. Okay, what's the best type of items to buy online? Electronics, clothes, etc. All right, so let's see. The best type of items to buy online, usually electronics are straightforward because you could actually read reviews on them. And well, probably next week I could try to show you how to go through Amazon or how to go through a site and read reviews and make out what's a fake review and what is a real review. But electronics and those things, those are safe because they are set items and they are made, manufactured, and you know what you see is what you get. With clothes, however, sizing things online is very hard to do because some companies will size things differently. And well, you know yourself, like when you go to the mall and you have to buy things and you have to try them on, you have to test it out and you have to see how it fits. So a lot of the times when you buy clothes online, you don't know how it's going to fit, and when you get it, you put it on. The problem is returning things is kind of difficult because to return things, you literally have to reverse the process from Skybox to Miami and then Miami to Amazon. But that is not a simple process. So sometimes returning items, you can return it for free if you are from the US. You can just put it back in a returnable box and send it back to the US, and they will send it straight back to the warehouse. But if you're doing it from Trinidad, you have to find a way to get from Trinidad back to the US, which means you are going to have to fit the cost or foot the bill for sending it back to Miami, which is the return issue. Returns are kind of difficult because they're not easy. Some skyboxes offer you the ability to return through them, but of course, for a cost, because the US or Amazon is not catering for the Miami to Trinidad leg of the shipment. They're not going to pay for it to come back from Trinidad because they never delivered it to Trinidad. They delivered it to Miami. So once you get back to Miami, then yeah, it could be returned for free. Other than computers, are there other tax exempted categories? I cannot remember. I don't know. The tax exempted categories in Trinidad are interesting. Let's see. There was a website that had it, but I don't know all the tax exempted items. Plumbing supplies are free? Okay, cool. You have books. Books are free. Solar, anything with solar energy is free. And yeah, usually educational items like books. All the fees are paid upfront, duty-free, VAT, etc. Yes, no, well, you pay when you get it. Sometimes your skybox is going to sometimes your skybox will just charge a credit card, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, yeah, look, this one of the skyboxes in Trinidad, WebSource, they have a list, right? So let's go through the list. All right, so musical equipment is going to run you 10% duty, 12% VAT. Clothing, 20% duty, 12% VAT. Shoes, 20, 15. Digital cameras, 20% duty, 15% VAT. Food supplements, toys, furniture. Most everything is 20% duty, 15% VAT. 12.5% VAT. Car parts, however, go up to 30. Jewelry, 30. Costume jewelry, 30. Watches, 30. Right? Then there are these others here, which would be blank DVDs and CDs. You don't pay any duty, but you do pay VAT. Fax and line modems. Wow. Long time I didn't hear about one of these. No duty, free VAT. Handheld tools, computer cases, motherboards, processors, Ethernet hub, ink cartridges, printers, 3-in-1 machines, computer parts, hand tools, plumbing, laptops. No, this laptop one's supposed to get upgraded. Laptops don't have any VAT anymore. Right? So sometimes websites, you can't trust the websites all the time. But books are free, 12%, but I don't think you have to pay VAT on books. But last time I bought a book, it didn't work. It didn't charge any VAT. Computer systems, you don't pay any duty, but you do pay the VAT. CDs, music CDs, woo, CDs, wow. Computer monitors, same thing. Yeah, just pay the VAT. Well, you're paying the VAT on the optional tax, the OPT tax, right? Online purchase tax. Yeah, so that's kind of like a ballpark figure of yeah. So that is basically that. Was that there? Good night. Can you explain the process from buying the item online and how it gets delivered to your home? That's not what I just did? Aaron Prince, where were you though? Like, where were you all this time? You had to watch over this video because I literally did that exact thing, which is telling you how you get it from the place to your home. Right. Alicia Spears, what's the duration for the tax exemption on laptops? The tax exemption on laptops officially is supposed to finish December the 31st, but then they're supposed to introduce a new tax exemption for anything computer based and cell phones. So the taxes on cell phones and computer parts, they will now take away the duty and VAT and online purchase tax. So these are the three taxes that they usually tax it for. Duty, that's not sure, right? They usually charge it duty, VAT, and optional. Right now on laptops, they're not charging it any of these. And they promise that in January they are going to update it or change it so that cell phones and whatnot. But I'll wait for the official list because you can't really trust a government promise. All right, so now let's go into some different skyboxes you could use in Trinidad. One is websource.com. WebSource is a skybox company. The one I use is trinibox.com. I use this one. I've been using them for the past 15 years or something like that. They work fairly well. And next one is Tropical Express. Tropical Express is another one in Trinidad that you could go to. I'm not too sure if Tropical Express delivers, but I think they do. Do they deliver? I'm not too sure. Right? Then you have there's another one. So you could go to any one of those sites will have, like, you know, different types. Different there are others there. Alright, there are many skyboxes in Trinidad. eZone is one also. Yes, thank you very much in the chat. eZone. eZone is our next one. They all do the same thing. Sometimes some of them do certain things better than others. Sometimes you have good delivery, but you have poor customer service. Sometimes you have good customer service. Sometimes you don't have good delivery. Sometimes you have extra charges. Sometimes some companies get certain things in customs a little easier. Some of them have better websites. Some of them have easier usage. Like, I'm not really gonna tell you any one of them because none of them paying me to do this. If one of them probably pays me to do this, I could tell you in depth what they do. But yeah, there are many others. There's next one called CSF. Then there's a next one called La Parcan. Aeropost is our next one too. I tried out Aeropost once already and that wasn't too bad. Aeropost is a little more Central Latin America based or something like that. So I've tried out Aeropost. Many different ones, right? You could figure out any one that you want and you could try to use them. Not really an issue. That's not really a problem. Right? So those are different skyboxes. You could register for any of them. Some of them have a registration fee, some of them have an annual fee, some of them have no annual fee, some of them have multiple places in Trinidad, so you get things delivered faster. Some of them have delivery addresses, delivery to your home or delivering to your workplace. Yeah, there's a lot. Because it's literally something that people do all the time. So, those are some different companies. Any questions again? Let me just put back up the whole step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, what you have is, yeah. All right, so step 1 is you buy wherever you have to buy on Amazon or eBay or whatever. And the next step is to deliver to the skybox. The next one is the skybox ships to Trinidad. And the next one is to you pay, collect, or they deliver to you. And all that could take about 10 days. Just remember, when you buy something in again it next week, right? Probably next week I will go through all the different stores in Trinidad that I could buy from. All right, so Leslie Julian asks, what is a pre-alert? A pre-alert is basically you sending a bill. So you send a bill to them in advance so that step 4 is easy to do. What happens if you don't send a pre-alert is that they will have to judge what the price of the item is. So they will look at the computer and be like, that computer looks like it costs $600. Therefore, I will charge them tax on something that costs $600. When it's possible that you order the thing on a sale and it actually costs $200. So it'll be in your best interest to send a pre-alert so that you could send the actual bill of what you that says the actual price, so that they will know exactly how much to charge. Because other than that, they have to guess. Because Amazon, eBay, all those places don't put bills inside the box anymore. They email it to you. So you usually have to upload the pre-alert to the website so that they will know the price, so that they will tax you properly. Sometimes people don't want to send pre-alerts because they will see the actual real price and they rather them average it. So I know, like, if they don't sit down and watch the box and see the item and be like, let me Google this to see what the actual price of this item is. No, they will just watch it and be like, all right, that's a game console. The last game console I see costs 500 US. So yeah, no problem. No, mine is probably a Nintendo Wii you buy, and you really didn't want to pay so much money for it. So if you get something on a really, really, really cheap deal, then you should always make sure you pre-alert it so that you get the correct taxes applied. All right, next one, how do they safely ship pressurized items like refreshers or perfumes? They will ask you, Stacy C, they will tell you that they want they will have to repackage it. And repackaging it means that you have to put it in a bubble wrap or in a case. So usually things that are pressurized, they put in special bubble wrap packaging. But of course you have to pay for that packaging. So the shipping part of the step 3 is where when it reaches to Miami, they will tell you that your item needs to be repackaged before it can be sent. And you'll probably get an email telling you that you have to do that. Can you give tips for Cyber Monday shopping? I hope I have the name right. All right, if you want tips for Cyber Monday shopping or Black Friday shopping, you could just join the WhatsApp group that I have. I'll put the WhatsApp group in the chat, so you can just click that link and join our group. I'll be sharing tips there, and I'll be sharing items there. Jarvis asks, what if they transporting explosive items like bullets or fireworks? You can't do that through a skybox. You have to do that separately, and you have to apply for a license to get those things in. They won't allow that to come in via skybox. They'll tell you no. You have to apply for some license, and then they will ship it in some kind of special container that will basically protect it. But under normal circumstances, you can't buy fireworks online. That only coming in via special shipments. You have to go on the port to clear that. Right, so in the description of this video, we'll have the links to the chats. Remember, I have 3 different types of group chats. I have a chat for tech support. I also have a chat for teachers, and I also have a chat for online shopping now. So for people who don't know how to shop online, I put information there and they could buy. And of course, if you're totally petrified about shopping online and you don't want to do it, that's okay. I'll do it for you. You could just come in the chats and you can let me know and I'll order it for you and make your life happy. If you see it online but you really don't have a credit card, or you don't want to buy it online and you're afraid, or you find the price in Trinidad too high and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I could order it for you. Compare eBay and Etsy, for example, with Amazon. I will do that next week since you asked. All right, so next week I will compare some online site because Black Friday sales are supposed to start this week. Black Friday is actually 27th of 27th of November. So all the sales and stuff usually start like 2 weeks in advance. So I've seen some things on sale. I will check that. Miss Price, if multiple items are ordered, does the shipping company combine or send individuals? That's a feature called consolidation. Some companies have consolidation where they will put everything in one big box. Some companies don't have consolidation. So it depends on the company. If you go with a skybox that has consolidation, they may have consolidation for a cost, or they may just consolidate it as part of their service. It depends. But most of them that I know, they don't consolidate. They just collect all the boxes and they charge you for each box individually, which is sometimes a problem. But with Amazon, with Amazon, when you order multiple items, you can tell them to ship it in one package so that it will cost you less. But that doesn't always work out. So it really depends on the shipping company. Did I answer all the questions? Yes, I think so. All right, so next week, if I take time to break down all the different shopping sites, local and international, will y'all like that? Let me just get some feedback from the chat so I know what to do next week. So you think it would order a GPU or like a monitor online or buy it down here? Buying monitors are tricky because monitors need to get repackaged. Monitors need to either get put in bubble wrap or a wooden case. If you put the monitor, when you put the monitor in a wooden case, you have to pay a whole extra $100 US for them to do that. And that is hard. Miss Douglas, should I trust refurbished parts? Ooh, I'll have to talk about that next week. I'll definitely have to talk about it next week. I can't go into that right now because I have to explain the whole process of refurbishing and thing. And yeah, so next week when I go through some other sites, I'll show you all the different sites that accept Trinidad credit cards because that's a problem. The way you pay, sometimes they don't accept your Trinidad and Tobago credit card because, well, I don't know, Trinidad and Tobago kind of shady, maybe. They may not accept your credit card. So I will try to see if I could show you how to get around that by using PayPal. So you can see. All right, so next week I will show how to navigate the different sites that they have, and y'all could tell friends and family and people about that. We'll take a little time to go through and browse certain sites, and we'll go through the pros and cons and the things we have to look out for, and maybe a little bit on how to look at reviews and all that stuff. Yeah. Tech support group link. Let me get that one for you. I'll put all of them in the chat. The tech support chat is for people who just want tech support. They have a technical issue, they don't know how to solve it, and they want somebody to help them. I will help you with that. That is Leslie Julian, if it's better to use PayPal for purchases, sometimes it's better to use PayPal, yeah, because PayPal kind of hides your credit card info in the background behind their account, but of course PayPal has a cost it, so you have to take that into consideration also. So I'll prepare some stuff about that for next week for you. I will do that next week, right? All right, so this is how you shop online on Caribbean. Thank you very much for your time, everybody. It was nice. I went over by about 15 minutes because I normally try to go for an hour, but there was a lot of illustrations I had to do today. So check the video description and you'll see the links to all the different things, and you will also see a link to all the all my recommended devices. And the recommended devices, those are devices that I believe, as far as I know, I bought them from many people and they work really, really well. So they're usually trustworthy devices and you should be able to work with that. So you can check the description of this video. How do you check the video description? Whenever you're watching a video, you click the it's arrow pointing down. Click that and you'll see the description of the video. All right, everybody, have a great rest of Diwali. Go and eat the rest of curry because you know you can't put the curry in the fridge and eat it tomorrow. That's not going to work out for you. unless you have a cast iron belly like me. So think hard. Think really, really hard. Bye bye.